Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Technology Tutorials. In this video we are going to explain Docker networking basics and also show the demo of Docker networking commands which are very useful for day-to-day operation. Docker has few networking drivers by which we can create networks. By default, bridge, host and none are created by Docker. There can be others like overlay which are used mainly for Docker Swarm and Macmillan. Let's first discuss the bridge network. In Docker, the bridge network provides a software bridge that allows containers connected to this network to communicate with each other while providing an isolation from those containers which are not connected to this network. A default bridge network is created when Docker is first started. Users can also define their own bridge network which has their own advantages. Please visit my blog mentioned in the link description to know more. Next we look at host network. This is one of the core networking components of Docker and is created by default when Docker is installed. It removes the isolation between the container and the host network. From the above diagram we can see the two containers which are exposed via defined ports are using the same IP address of the host network. Host mode networking optimizes performance in cases where a container needs to access a large range of ports. The none mode networking is used when a container networking is to be disabled. In this case, the container is not connected to any network. From the above diagram you can see the two containers are isolated from the host network and as such does not have any network access. The overlay network creates a distributed network among the multiple Docker daemon hosts. Multiple Docker hosts are connected via the overlay network. When a Docker swarm is initialized or a Docker host is joined to a swarm cluster, the overlay network is created by default. Standalone containers can also be connected to an overlay network which is created manually using the -attachable flag. Default behaviors and applications are different in both the cases. This allows containers of one Docker host to communicate with the containers of another Docker host. The Macmillan network assigns a MAC address to each container. This allows the container to appear as a physical device on the network. This is useful in certain legacy applications where the application needs to connect to the physical network directly, or in cases where the container needs to appear as a physical device on the network. Let's start with some basic networking commands. First is listing of networks created in Docker. We use Docker network ls for this purpose. To inspect any Docker network or get more details, we will use Docker network inspect and provide the network name or the network ID. To create any user defined network, we use Docker network create and provide the options shown in the presentation. Then we can attach a container to a network using Docker network connect and provide the network name and the container name. In the same way, we can disconnect a container from a network using Docker network disconnect command. Now moving forward, to disable networking for any container, we need to assign the network none which is created by Docker when it is first started. Please follow these steps mentioned in the presentation for this purpose. Then to remove a network, we need to use Docker network rm and then the network name or network ID, but this will remove only the networks that is not being used by any containers. Similarly, if we want to remove all unused networks that are user defined, we use Docker network prune command. When we initialize a Docker swarm cluster or add any node to the cluster, two networks are created on each host by default. The first one is the ingress and the driver is overlay, and the second is Docker_GW bridge and the driver is bridge. So to initialize a swarm cluster, we use Docker swarm init. The first node is my network manager by default, and we can inspect the ingress network using Docker network inspect, and the ports that needs to be opened for this cluster to work properly are mentioned in this presentation. We can also connect a standalone container to an overlay network, but for that we first need to create a separate overlay network with an attachable flag, and then we can connect the network using Docker network connect command. Now we move to our hands-on demo section where we will display how these network commands work. First, let's list the networks that are created by default in Docker. So use Docker network ls. So here we can see that the bridge network and the host and none, these three networks are created by default. The network that is by default assigned to any containers that is created is the bridge network. Now let's inspect the bridge network using Docker network inspect command. So here you can see that the scope is local and the driver is bridge, and there is a subnet and the gateway that is assigned by default, but the container section is still empty as we have not created any container with this network. Now inspect the host network and see its difference with the bridge network. Here you can see there is no subnets, no gateway assigned, and because it does not use container isolation, it directly attaches itself to the physical host network. Now let's inspect the network none. Here we can see it is mostly similar to host, except that a driver is null and the options are also null as similar to the host network. This network will disable the container networking when it is attached to any container. Next, we start creating our first user defined network using Docker network create command. First we will create a bridge network, so we will put the option driver as bridge, then we will put the subnet and the gateway, and at last we will provide the name. Here we are using user bridge as the network name. Now if we do Docker network ls, we will see that a user bridge network is created. We can also do Docker network inspect and see the details of this network. Here we can see that the subnet and the gateway that we provided are updated here, as well as the scope of this is by default selected as local. Next we will create a MacVLAN type of Docker network. For that we need to use the same command, but we will provide the driver as MacVLAN and the separate option -o where you have to put the parent network. Here we will use ENP0S3 as our parent network. Now we use the same Docker network create command to create our second user defined network with driver MacVLAN. The subnet, in this case we are selecting a different one than what we selected for the user bridge network. Now if we do Docker network ls and list the created networks, we will see that a new network, MacVLAN network, has been created. Now we can perform Docker network inspect on the network. Here we can see the subnet and the gateway are populated. The driver is MacVLAN, the scope is local, the container is not created and the options parent is populated. This is required because this is the interface that will be used by this network to route the traffic to the physical Docker host network. Now first we use the user bridge network and create a container. We are using -rm option so that when we stop the container it gets removed. Now we see that our container is up and running. Now let's compare this network before the container creation and after the container creation. So before the container creation there was no containers in the container section. Now if we perform Docker network inspect, we will see that the container information is populated in the section. Similarly, we can perform Docker container inspect also to inspect the container and see that the user bridge network is attached to this container. We can also publish a container port to a port on the host network using publish option. This we need to provide when creating a container. In this demo we are creating a container with the user bridge network and we will publish the container port 80 to the host port 8080. Now we can see that our new container is up and running, but we can also see that the container port 80 is published to the host port 8080 for Nginx port publish container. We can check the network updates using Docker network inspect. Now we will see there are two containers in the container section. Next we will connect the Macmillan network to the Nginx bridge test container. We can connect multiple networks to a single container. Now if we do a container inspect, we will see that this container has two networks assigned to it. If we scroll up to check the network that is now set as default, we will see that the user bridge network is set as default. This can only be changed if we are recreating the container. Now we will try to remove the user bridge network from the container. So first of all we will do a network inspect and see what all containers are attached to this network. We have two containers, Nginx port publish and Nginx bridge test. We use Docker network disconnect command to disconnect this network from the container. Again we do a network inspect to see what all containers are attached to this user bridge network. Now we will be able to see that only Nginx port publish is linked or attached to this network. We can also do a similar inspect on the container itself, and now we will see that only one network is attached to it, that is the Macmillan network. Next we will showcase how selection of a specific type of network in container creation impacts the network creation of the container. Now we have created a container Alpine test using the image Alpine latest and the network as host. Doing a container inspect, will show that the network host is now attached to the container Alpine test. Similar result we will see if we perform network inspect for the host network. Now we will see what all networks are created inside the container. So we use the exec command and run IP addr show inside the container to get all the created networks. Here we see that all the networks that are created for the host are also displayed here. This is because when we use host network, there is no container isolation and the container is directly exposed to the physical host network. Now we create another container using the same image, Alpine test 1, and the network that we will be selecting is the Macmillan network. Now when we run the same IP addr show command, we will be able to know the difference between a host network and a Macmillan network. Now we see that our container Alpine test is up and running. We run the same IP addr show on the container Alpine test 1. Here we can see only two networks are created. This is because the Macmillan network has container isolation and it routes through a specific parent network of the physical host. This is in contrast to the host network, which exposes all the host network to the container. Now we will see how these networks are different from the network none. For this we create another container Alpine test 2 and associate the network none to it. So if we run the same command to see the networks created inside the container, we will see only the default loopback network is created, but there is no network created which will provide connectivity to this container. So the networking is disabled for this container. Now we can do the container inspect and network inspect to see if any IP address or MAC address is assigned when this none network is attached to the container. There will be none. Now we will see how to remove a user defined network. Please note that we can only remove the user defined network. The default networks that are created by Docker cannot be removed unless and until you are removing or uninstalling Docker. So first we try to remove the user bridge, but because it is already attached to a container, we get an error. So in order to remove this network, we first need to remove the container association and then we can use the same command to remove it. So for our demo purpose, we are stopping the container. It will by default remove it, as we have used --rm command while creating it. Now if we try to remove it, we will be able to successfully remove it. Now if we list all the containers, we will see that the user bridge network is removed. We can also remove all unused networks in one single command, that is docker network prune. Currently the list of networks that were created, only the Docker underscore GW bridge was the network that was not used by the containers. So this network was removed. If we want to remove the user defined network that we created, so for that we first check the containers that are linked to the MacVLAN network and and remove these containers. Then we will be able to remove it using the same network prune command. Docker network inspect will show that no containers are now attached to this network. So we can run docker network prune command and this will remove the MacVLAN network. Lastly, we will show you how Docker networks are getting created when we initialize a Docker swarm. So first we will run Docker swarm init and this will create two networks, one a bridge network and one a overlay network. We can see two networks are created, docker underscore GW bridge and ingress. These two networks will be created in each Docker host that we add to the Docker Swarm cluster. Please note that the port 2377 is used for Docker cluster communication and should be opened in the firewall. Otherwise, the Docker Swarm join command will not work. Now we have added another host as worker to this swarm cluster. We can run docker info and see if the status is active. That means the cluster has joined the network successfully. If we list the created networks, we will see the two networks Docker GW bridge and the ingress are created. Docker node ls will list the Docker hosts that are currently part of the Docker Swarm cluster. Now we list the networks that are created and we will inspect the ingress. The Docker ingress network, as you can see, has a container associated with it which hosts the endpoint for the overlay network. You can also see the Docker hosts that are part of the Swarm cluster in the peer section. This completes the networking demo. Thanks for watching.